everyone. Hey. It is your girl, Precious Williams, and welcome back to another exciting edition of the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster Show. Happy Sunday. Y'all, when I tell you, today we're going to get into hashtag Renaissance, going from attorney to the pitch queen to the ultimate Rainmaker. And so I am excited. I know that a lot of people are at church and they're doing things, but I wanted to get on here and tell y'all just some things. You know, I remember when Beyonce came out with Renaissance and what it meant in terms of her career, in terms of, changing the narrative on herself and being able to still come out with a dope body of work, even though she's been in the industry for a long time. And there's a reason why she's considered the GOAT. There's a reason why she's considered, when people say, oh, you out here on Beyonce's internet. And I was thinking back over my life, and I want you all to be thinking about that in your life. Is it time for a renaissance? Is it time for a new way of looking at what you're doing? Because when I tell you this week has been so freaking incredible, so y'all know, pitch please, pitch please, pitch please, pitch please. Why am I bringing up pitch please? To know that in order for me to become the killer pitch master, I had to say pitch please to everything and everyone that said it was impossible for a woman like me, a full-figure diva, a chocolate Black woman with natural hair, that I could become a champion, that I could create a company that is sought after for teaching and training on all things pitching, with all 6 forms of pitching. That I know that I teach my clients how to slay all competition with a what killer pitch, right? And thinking back over all the battles fought to even get to this place. So this week was like a culmination of going through all of that. But in addition, I have to just say that to go from being, for those of you who don't know, I was an attorney. I graduated from Rutgers School of Law, Newark. It's called Rutgers Law School now, but Rutgers School of Law, Newark, on May 25th, 2007. And yes, I did start off at Georgetown, and I did get kicked out, and I did start over at Rutgers, and I did have a nervous breakdown. But my donor and the administration at Rutgers Law School held my hand through that entire process. And so imagine coming back to Rutgers, feeling down, feeling like, man, maybe I'm not supposed to finish this. And I literally took it moment by moment by moment. And before I knew it, I looked up, it was my last semester. And I wanted to challenge myself to be in the urban legal clinic where I have real legal cases. And I'm so glad that I did, because even in my fear, I stopped wearing t-shirt and sweatpants. And I went to court in, beautiful suits. But I also want to challenge myself to prove that I really am the best in the world at what I do. I didn't know I would win every case in special remand court, including my last case on December 15, 2006. My last day of school, my last trial as a law student. I took the February 2007 bar. What? Pitch please. And I passed New York State Bar on my first try. The bar passage rate was 44.3%. And I was a part of the 44.3% that passed. And we all think about February as like, oh, well, people who didn't pass in, was it June, July? It was my first time taking it. And I passed New York and failed New Jersey. Passed New York and failed New Jersey. And I remember going into Rutgers when I got everything, but I got my results electronically. And I was just so because I felt I passed New York and I knew I failed New Jersey. That was the funny thing. I knew when I was taking the bar, I passed this, and looking back, I remember telling the president of the Metropolitan Black Bar Association, the Association of Black Women Attorneys, my donor, and a lot of organizations that were there for me to make sure I got through it. My donor paid for my entire law school education, plus my bar review expenses. So when I tell y'all, it all worked out. and then, having these great opportunities to be at big firms, clerking for a federal judge in the Southern District, like, working at a top medical malpractice, products liability, toxic tort firm in New York City. We're at 99 Park Avenue. Y'all don't know. I thought I had arrived. But there was something in me that felt like there was something else I wanted to do with my life too. And I think that the profession of law, the being a professional, just being an attorney, is such a noble profession that most will never understand. There's so many people who will look at it like, oh, all y'all do is read. And I'm like, the best attorneys don't get paid to read. They get paid to truly transform what is written and create great arguments for what might have been accepted before doesn't have to be accepted now. Lawyers are not readers. Lawyers are not just reciters. They're able to go deep into the language. They're able to craft ingenious arguments. We are not simply just reading off a statute, a treaty. No. I guess that's what average ones do. But the reason why you hear of a Johnny Cochran or F. Lee Bailey or any of these top attorneys is because they go above and beyond, and they're worth their money because they are not going to lie down and allow people to tell them what it is and what is, no. That's why you have social justice warriors. That's why you have all these things. And I want to be a part of the legal profession, to be a voice for the voiceless and a beacon for the underserved. Never did I think a relationship would transform my entire life too. So, as I left my ex-fiance, I'm talking about Renaissance, y'all. I left my ex-fiance. I was 327 pounds. And then met a famous Hollywood actor dude. And that relationship inspired me to start Curvy Girls Lingerie. Pitch, please. And they still told me what I couldn't do. Oh, be an attorney. No one's going to invest. Let me tell y'all something. Pitch, please. Hashtag Renaissance. What did I have to do? I had to go against the grain in everything. How do you go from having negative $40 in your bank account to pitching for the producers of MSNBC to getting on your first pitch gets you on national television. Your second pitch on MSNBC is Your Business with JJ Ramberg. You walk away with $500,000 in 54 seconds. That's my story. Then entering 14 pitch competitions and winning 13 of them hands down. What? My last real competition was May 16, 2013 in Columbus, Ohio, the Black Enterprise National Pitch Competition, where I got the title Killer Pitch Master from Robert Townsend, 5 Heartbeats, director, actor, and MC Light, the rapstress and voiceover dope artist she is. I got that, winning on stage in front of the dopest and the greatest Black entrepreneurs. That changed my life and gave me a title that I haven't left. And although I'm the pitch queen, there was still more out there for me. What? Pitch, please. Hashtag Renaissance. So been becoming the killer pitch master. I didn't know the darkness that was coming. I didn't know death was coming. I didn't know struggle was coming. I'm sitting here, we doing Shark Tank, we doing all of this. I'm training my clients, my women clients to slay all competition. I'm training over 350 pitch champions. I did not know darkness was coming. Pitch, please. You can be doing all the right things and things still go wrong. And y'all already know that dark story. Coming out, writing 4 #1 best-selling books, Bad Bitches and Power Pitches, for women entrepreneurs and speakers only. Bad Bitches and Power Pitches, the workbook. Pitching for Profit, the Bad Bitches playbook to convert conversations into what? Currency. And my 4th book, The Pitch Queen, a woman's journey from poverty to purpose and profits. Pitch, please. Hashtag Renaissance. And now, news flash. Because we're about to really get into the episode for today, but I just want to take you on this journey. because my fifth book is here. I went from attorney to the killer pitch master, aka the pitch queen, to the ultimate rainmaker. I want to thank you all for making my book already #1 on Amazon. And it doesn't come out until Tuesday. And I'm going to share with you why I wrote this book. I've written 5 books in 5 years. Shout out to Sharon Monet. Shout out to Penn Legacy, www.pennlegacy, PENLEGACY.com. And she told me every year I got to come out with a book, and I did not want to believe her. But what she was doing was Renaissance. She was teaching me the Renaissance. As great as I am, as great as I was as an attorney, as great as I was as the killer pitch master, aka the pitch queen, there was still more of me to share with the world. When I was an attorney, I never understood rainmaking because I walked into spaces and I just did the work. I had the worker bee mentality. No. And what I wrote this book for is when I noticed something in the legal profession. There are too many of us who go in with the worker bee mentality. Our work will show itself. It won't. I want you to have the rainmaker mentality from day one. We playing chess, not checkers. And when you go in with the right mindset, that where you are right now is not where you're going to be. You're going to keep going higher. But you need instructions for how to do it. And so if you're a sales professional, if you're an attorney, or you need to truly know how to build everything around you so that when tough times, inflation, recession, pandemic, economic downturn, inflation, all that kind of stuff, you're so much better prepared. There's a reason why I'm not pitching to be on things anymore, and that they're coming for me. It's because I did the groundwork as a rainmaker. And things didn't just happen overnight. They happened over time. And so we're going to get into that today, the lessons that I learned in this past week that illustrate what's happening in this book. And so it is called Rainmaking 101 from Day One, Packaging, Positioning, and Pitching Exposed. Check out the woman on the cover. Check out the background. This is what I'm used to now. And this is what I want y'all to get used to. As attorneys, as sales professionals, or those looking to really get out there. Live in your vision, not your reality. See, my vision knew I'd be here. My reality is nobody cared about who I was until I developed a rainmaking mentality. And so I'll go over this a little bit more, but you can get this now on Amazon. Here is the link. It's scrolling across the screen. But if you go to Amazon right now, put in Precious Williams or put in Rainmaking 101 Precious Williams, you can get your ebook copy, or you can get like a paperback copy. Yes. So I want to talk to, before I go any further, let me see what my guests are saying, because I'm so honored that you all show up for me. Let me see what my peeps is saying. Tamika Stenbridge. It's been awesome to watch your star rise. Tamika, thank you so much. Like, you know, as an attorney, what this journey has been like. And I haven't practiced in, 7 years, 8 years? And that's why I said about the Renaissance. Nothing I've ever done was wasted. It all came back. And I'm going to share with you how it did this week. There was a time when I was no longer an attorney. I also used to write Precious L. Williams, Esquire. Yeah, I don't see Esquire or anything anymore because I'm not, right? And the identity that I felt was gone. And then realizing that what God was saying is I'm not identified just being an attorney. I think being an attorney is a noble profession. I still love to see Esquire behind people's name. You don't even know. But I'm the killer pitch master, aka the pitch queen, aka the ultimate rainmaker. So it was by going into a totally different industry, entrepreneurship, is where I realized what I didn't get in law school, what I didn't get as a practicing attorney. And that is why I'm so happy to have written this book. And the reception from Ivy League institutions, HBCUs, companies and corporations, foundations and nonprofits. Y'all don't know. This was a renaissance for me. Thank you, Tamika. And I'd be honored if you get a copy. Melanie, you are a phenomenal woman. No, all of us are phenomenal women and men. Thank you. But I want you to say that to yourself too. You all mean the world to me. And so that was part of the story of how I even got into my renaissance. There was a person who asked me a long time ago, what's the thread that goes through what I do? And it's communication. It literally is communication. The ability to make people want to hire me, book me, refer me, because they know what time it is with me. They know they're going to get trained. They know they're going to get taught things. And so as an attorney, look at where my life went. They used to say you could do anything with a law degree, and I didn't believe it because the only people I ever saw being promoted were attorneys, judges, politicians. I didn't really see the ones who went into business, created their own businesses, and then turned around and were creating an empire where by the fact they had a law degree, the fact that they were an attorney at some point, there's so much more respect. And people find out I'm a former attorney. What? I'm like, I know, right? I know, right? And now I teach and train. I teach at Babson College. I get to do work with George Washington University, Spelman College, Morehouse College, Harris-Stowe State University, Harvard University, Columbia University. And then to know that some of my clients are the biggest companies in the world. And I'm still black on both sides. No Brazilian butt lift, no six-pack abs. Okay. How do you have vision? So I want to share that with you all. And so I also want to talk about some of the lessons learned, why I wanted to speak to y'all this week specifically. So we'll put pitch please down. I want to give you that true tea. Woo, y'all. Can I just say writing 5 books in 5 years has been a labor of love? Can I say how much my network has pushed me? And in writing Rainmaker 101 from day one, it was written to show love to every attorney who's ever been through it. And it was written because this is what I never was told. And as a serial entrepreneur, a 13-time national elevator pitch champion, 5-time #1 best-selling author, top Fortune 500 corporate sales trainer, I'm so honored that y'all came to the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show today. The first thing I want to address is this week was so beautiful. Why? My law school, Rutgers Law School, Newark campus, they had the MSP banquet. It's the 55th annual MSP banquet. And I purchased my ticket because I wanted to be in the space. And why? For years, I was so ashamed to show my face at my law school. And the last 2 years have been brought back with open arms. I also wanted to celebrate the class of 2023. I can't imagine going to school online or going through everything that they've gone through. I came out right before the mortgage crisis in 2008, so I graduated in 2007. And so I came over to the law school first before going over to the gala, and I got to see Wendy Taylor, my queen in career services, who had my back when I was in law school. And every time I see her, every time I think of her, I want to cry because I remember me sitting with her saying, I can't do it. I'm never going to get through this. Nobody likes me, da-da-da. And she was just like, you don't even know how dope you really are. And she said, your future isn't in the legal profession. Your future is media and television. You ain't trying to hurt nobody. I wasn't trying to hurt that. And so I went, harassed her 2 minutes before she was getting off. And I'm looking at her, and it's 2007. So 16 years. Almost 16 years since the time I graduated, and I'm hugged up on her. And nothing I do surprises her. Nothing. She was the first person to know I passed the bar because she looked at it first online when and she saw the congratulations on there, right? So I went to the bathroom, I was putting on my own makeup, and there was a queen who came in, and she's a professor, but I didn't know who she was. And she's watching me put on my makeup, and we get to talking. I'm putting on my makeup. And she wants to try on some of my makeup, and she's a very light skinned woman, and I think she wanted to darken her face, and so she started putting on like I have this NARS light reflective foundation, but it was darkening her. But she would have put it on, and then I showed her my Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer. I said that might be more your color. But it was funny because we were in the bathroom just talking, and I said the 20-year-old version of Precious would have been too afraid to carry on a conversation with a professor. The 44-year-old version of Precious is so excited because she's like, what's your name? I said, Precious. Oh, I've been following you, Precious. I was like, okay. Like, it was amazing. Y'all looked off and flow in the bathroom. I was getting it together, right? So I decided not to put my dress on until I got over to the Ruth Bader Ginsburg Hall down the street. So I'm walking, it's hot outside. I walk in and I see the security people. And where's the restroom? Because I got to get killed. So I go to the restroom and I'm sitting there looking like we are about to have the 55th annual MSP Gala. I get on my gold dress. A queen comes in the bathroom. I'm like, can you zip me up? Because I can't zip my back up. She's like, I got you. She puts zip me up. I put on my shoes and I walk out. And the room is filling. And I'm like, I'm here. I'm here, y'all. I'm here. And I'm hugging people. I'm seeing my old professors. And it was just nothing but love. I'm seeing the class of 2023. And I remember class of 2007. I'm seeing my classmates. And then Dean Dawkins and Associate Dean Dr. Pearson, they said, you need to come upstairs. The VIPs are upstairs. And it was sponsored by Cold Shots. So I go upstairs and I'm just looking around and I'm taking pictures and I'm seeing the chancellor. And it was so much for me just to take in and just be like, going from last to first, from last to first to last to first. And I'm in these spaces and I'm taking it all in and I'm so grateful. And it goes back to why I wrote Rainmaker 101 because I did it multiple times. Go downstairs, we're having the dinner and I'm just so enamored. And then Dean Dawkins talks about me from the stage. She said, I'm gonna shout you out. I'm like, bro, do what you gotta do. Even if you don't want to shout me, I'm get smacked, right? Knowing I gotta fly out to Atlanta at 6 a.m. the next day, which means I gotta be at the airport at 4 a.m. It's 9 o'clock at night in Jersey, and I live in New York, and I'm flying to it. Yeah, no. But I stayed until the end because for me, it was so good to see how life changes and how we have the right network when you are at the right events, when you have people from your past who only remember you from a surface place, but they need to see you in real life. I'm telling you, all of this matters. These are some of the things that I talk about in my book because I want you all to know that it's not networking just to be networking or going to events to be going. No. I want you to be even more strategic and cunning about how you move. You need to be. Second thing, so I leave the event. I get home around midnight. So my books are waiting for me. But I couldn't even look at it because I'm trying to pack and get out the door because I have to go to the airport. So y'all, I got the opportunity to train the entrepreneurial cohort at Ernst & Young in Atlanta. So as the Lyft driver was driving me to the airport, I'm thinking all these things in my mind. I haven't slept. Oh my God, my mentee's gonna come pick me up. I'm sitting there at the airport going through everything, and I'm like, oh my God, I haven't slept. I'm so excited to give the Ernst & Young people the business. I'm so excited that Ernst & Young is providing me with an opportunity to train this particular cohort on how to slay the game with their pitching. These are already companies that have made money. money. And yet they're pitching. And I was supposed to go in June, but they were like, nah, we need you now. And Friday was the only day I had, right? So get to Atlanta. So fly from New York to Atlanta. My mentee comes and picks me up. It is traffic in Atlanta. We have to get to her home because can't go to the hotel because my room is not available till like 2 or 3. So we have to go to her home, take a shower, get dressed, but no time to really put on makeup. No time. Like we're just, and I'm looking at my mentee and I'm nervous because I don't know how to be late to places, but I don't drive. And she was doing the best she could. There were 4 accidents trying to get to Ernst & Young. And so the thing is, you got to keep people abreast of what's happening. So I was letting the queens know I'm on my way. There's all these accidents, traffic, it's rain. I'm freaking out, right? I'm freaking out, but I'm telling myself, my mentee got my back. She's driving me. She is ready. And this is a queen who has her own business and been in business for 8 years. And here she is supporting me, right? Because I don't drive, y'all. I don't have no license. We get to Ernst & Young. Valet, takes her car. We go in, and that's when the scariness really hits me. It's like, okay, I haven't slept, and I'm excited, so I'm not worried about performance. I was just like, oh man, I don't have all my makeup on right. It didn't matter. There's someone waiting for us downstairs. We get upstairs. I asked to go use the restroom, so we can make sure I'm halfway decently cute. I'm in the restroom. A woman comes in. She's like, oh my goodness, you look so pretty. And I was like, oh my God. So then we're escorted into the room. And I see these beautiful queens from Ernst & Young. I see these beautiful kings who are at Ernst & Young. And then I see the entrepreneurs. And I get to learn them. And I said, y'all ready to be bored? They're looking like, we already know your energy already. We about to get it popping. And I look at the queen who booked me. And, it's 2 of them. It was one of them, but I said, just let me know the lay of the land, going over time and everything, right? And I could tell she trusted me to do what I had to do. So she stands up and she, is talking about Ernst & Young and their commitment to entrepreneurs and everything. And finally, she cedes the floor to me. My mentee, Jalen Jones, she's going to be videoing, taking pictures. She understood the assignment. So as I start to present, and I'm looking at the Ernst & Young people who are in high places, as I look at these entrepreneurs, I wanted to cry, but you have to get through things. And I, tell them it's a safe space. So we about to go ham and cheese. We did plot twisting and flipping of the script on them. And they weren't ready. They didn't even know what was about to happen, y'all. And that's what I loved. Is because even the Ernst & Young distinguished guests didn't know what I was about to do. And so there was nothing they could prepare for. And it's understood the assignment anyway. And so we finished around 2:30. Brought out the books that Ernst & Young bought for the attendees. We took pictures. And to hear the Ernst & Young distinguished peeps say what they said to me. And then they allowed Jalen and I to just sit there for a while because I was waiting to meet with my special big sister, Ashley Hibbett Page, before she took her son to Birmingham. So after they just left us alone in this room, all I could think back is, how did I get here? Not in a sense of imposter syndrome, but just how did it happen? Everything I teach in Rainmaker 101 from day one. Always being ready for opportunities. The only reason I was at Ernst & Young in the first place, honestly, was because I went to an event, the Empowering the Villages Black Business Expo in New Jersey. And one of the judges for the pitch competition was from Ernst and Young. She didn't really know me. None of the judges knew me until I presented myself, and I was considered the celebrity host. And when they heard my background and saw what I did, she told me, "Oh yeah, we're gonna work with you." And and I did that in 3 minutes. That's all I had was 3 minutes to speak. Look what can happen in 3 minutes. You can be hired, book paid by Ernst and Young and a lot of other companies, right? So then later on that night, you know, I wanted to meet with my Spelman sisters, my classmates, my sorors, my clients, friends. And so we met at Bangkok Station in Atlanta. Again, traffic was crazy. But I walk in and I see this table. There are women at the table I've never there was a woman at the table I had never met in real life. She has blessed me with opportunities to be paid by colleges and universities. Never met her in real life. We all sat down and it was just like a reunion. It was like a family reunion. I saw Dr. Natasha Anderson, STEAM advocate, mechanical engineer, my former client who is now my friend. We're sitting next to each other. I see Corliss Collier, my Spelman College classmate from 2001, Amazon. I see Selena Wilder, my Spelman class of 2001 classmate. Dope, dope, dope woman, ex-Disney Imagineer. I see Terry Crook, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Atlanta Suburban Chapter. My special little sister, Joy McLeod, who still looks 18, and she's older now, and she looks like the baby I left when I was at Spelman. My mentee, who also looks like a baby to me. And we're just sitting there having the most wonderful conversations, y'all. And we were there 4 hours. I still gotta hop on I gotta leave my hotel at 4:30 in the morning. Because my flight leaves at 7. So we had a great night. Mentee knew exactly what to do. She's posting, she's picked, and I was just like, Lord, I'm so blessed. But why did I have to get back to Atlanta? Go back to New York so fast for the Association of Black Women Attorneys brunch. That was at Chelsea Piers. So that's 3 different cities in 3 different days. And the reason why I wanted to go to the Association of Black Women Attorneys brunch was not because of my book. It was because for the first time, I want people to see me. I won that scholarship, Ruth Whitehead Whaley scholarship, when I was a law student. I'm a grown woman now. I've been through some grown woman stuff. But we got there as the event started. I didn't have on clothes. I didn't have on anything. So I'm in the bathroom trying to take up space to get myself cleaned up and together. And I walked out and I saw women from my past, 20 years, 15 years. And it was nothing but love. Nothing. I got to watch the awardees and the honorees have great food and sit among the greatest Black women attorneys in New York. And I didn't feel inadequate. I felt like I'm at home. Why is that important to share with you about having your own renaissance and how you can go from all these things to no longer walking in spaces afraid of what people are going to say about you or what they remember, to now walking in with put respect on my name, because I put respect on my name. But also there's a power when you own your story. There's a power when you don't allow the past to limit your future or your present. And so I wanted to share that with you all. There are a couple of lessons I just want to share, but how does this all make you feel? Again, I'm Precious Williams. You're watching the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show. And I am sharing all of this with you because my 5th book, just like all of my books, are personal. But you can be shunned in an industry and come back better than before. When you see yourself as a rainmaker in training, you'll operate from a different place. So let me see what y'all are saying in the comments. Let me see what y'all saying. Peggy! Peggy! I still need you to autograph one of your books for me. You're a phenom. I love you, Peggy. Yo, so when I was in Austin, Texas, Ingrid Vanderbilt, IV with shekindameworld.com. Shekindameworld, is it .com or Peggy, hit me up in the comments. You know, I probably got it wrong. Is it shekindameworld.world? You know what I'm trying to say. I was blessed to be able to speak 6 times in 3 days, during the whole South by Southwest event. And Peggy was photographing the entire time, showing me nothing but love and the real women conversations we had, y'all. I'm telling you, Peggy, I love you. I look at these pictures, I'm like, girl, I'm looking like a snack, Peggy. Thank you. But yeah, I'm gonna sign your book. I'm gonna sign your books, and also want to make sure, because this is just not coming out, Peggy. So make sure you can get one of these and you be signed too. Okay. Thank you, Melanie. You are dope. So are you, Gertrude. You created a new definition to phenomenal woman. You are my bright star. Thank you so much, Gertrude. And y'all know how I feel about Gertrude. Gertrude was there for my first speaking engagement out of homelessness at Bottomless Closet. Oh, and Gertrude, Bottomless Closet hired me to speak on May 4th. Yep. So y'all see how you can go from nothing to something? Okay. So May 4th, they're having this, event for the graduates. And I'm so excited that we've kept up with each other. So I hope you're able to come. It's going to be at a special hotel. Michelle, hey, it's your girl, Queen Michelle, the domestic violence advocate. You better believe it, Michelle. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for coming. And so you all, the purpose of having this particular episode was, we talk about hashtag Renaissance. And when Beyonce came out with her album Renaissance, it really, it was great in causing me to rethink how I've been moving and how things have changed. I know that when I walk into spaces, I don't walk in with negative energy. I don't walk in, what are people going to think? I walk in with, I belong in every room that I'm in, but I don't belong everywhere. Shout out to my fellow attorney, Queen Kelly Charles Collins, founder of Speaker Moguls. Check her out. Okay. And I'm around all these great women attorneys, great women sales professionals. Special shout out to Savvy Ladies. I'm on the board of Savvy Ladies. We just had an event at NASDAQ. We got to ring the closing bell on the last day of Women's History Month. But there's a special queen of Savvy Ladies. Her name is Lisa Zeiderman. She has her own law firm, matrimonial family law practice. When I was writing this book, first of all, when I had the idea for, writing this book, I was putting the outline together and I wanted her to look at it. And I also want to ask her questions because she has her own law firm. And is this something that her novice attorneys are struggling with? And she said, yes, because she is the Rainmaker. Plus she is the professional who be slicing and dicing in the courtroom. And so as I was writing the book, I was sending it to her for her thoughts on, is this true? I don't want to do fluff in my books, y'all. Y'all know my books are never War and Peace. It's never gonna be those long ones. But I want to make sure that it spoke to what young attorneys or attorneys who weren't trained in this, right? Weren't given this, may not have started with family members who were in these professions. Sales professionals, yeah, you might be trained on sales, but there are other ways to truly become a rainmaker that you don't know anything about. And she helped me, went through with a fine-tooth comb. I'd like to thank my queen, Toni Moore Esquire, legal boss, the legal diva. She looked over the outline. She read over this, gave me her opinion because she didn't want me putting stuff out there that was fluff. So those are 2 attorneys that worked with me. Then we have Sharon Monet, my book coach and publisher. We have Carla M. Dean, you can mark my words, edited this. Christian Kwan does all the covers for my book. Christian Kwan out of the Philippines. He understands his assignment when it comes to me. Typesetting, like I'm blessed by great people. But I am not above knowing that I could be writing about something. You need people who are still in the profession to hook it up and make sure you go deeper. Oh, this doesn't need to even be talked about. So shout out to Lisa Zeiderman, vice president and on the board of Savvy Ladies. Shout out to Stacey Francis for creating Savvy Ladies 20 years ago, who blessed me with the opportunity to be at NASDAQ and to walk into the room and know I'm not the run of the litter. I belong here. I can face off with people. And so, if you are an attorney, no matter where you are in your journey, this book will help you. And so, to my attorney friends who are watching, please consider getting this book. You can get it on Amazon right now. It comes out on Tuesday. You can get it in an ebook or you can get it in the paperback version. And this book will change your life. It really will. If you're a sales professional, consider getting this for yourself and for your sales team. And you could also book me too, like Ernst and Young just did. And so when I tell you this has been this journey for me, it really, really has. And again, the link is below. But if you just go into Amazon right now, type in Rainmaker 101 Precious Williams, you can go right there and get it, or you can see the link that's below. But I really would love for you all to support this and to shout it out to your network. It is nothing like waking up and still seeing your book at number one day after day after day. I have to tell you, it never gets old. And I want to see what y'all comments are. Michelle, it's good to see you too. Yes! Queen Precious, I'm blessed to have the assignment to change women's lives from victim to overcomer, from domestic. You better say that, Queen. You better say that. And every queen on here, don't be afraid to put your contact information. You don't know who's watching you right now. So put your contact information and give people a reason why they should connect with you. We don't just drop links. We want to make sure you understand the assignment. Okay. Thank you, Michelle. And so when I say to you all, the value of this, the value of coming back to the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show, because y'all can see them as real as they come. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. And I love being the type of professional that's sought after for what I do. And I want you all to feel that way in your careers, in your industries. So become the Rainmaker from day one. So does anyone have any questions for me? Please type them in the chat. As you know, we have a mailing list now. The link is right there scrolling across the screen. I'm going to give y'all some thoughts on the places I'm going to be speaking next. Next week, I'm speaking at Women Network, Central. I'm just thinking of the city in Connecticut. I don't know why all of a sudden I think it's Central Hartford chapter. So yes, I will be teaching on media pitching, how to be bold, stand out, and get media attention now. So I'll be doing that on April 19th. On April 27th, I am speaking as a keynote at the NABO, National Association of Women Business Owners Chicago, 40th annual celebration of awards. I am the keynote. I'm so excited. So I'll be there from the 26th through the 28th. So I definitely will be meeting with my Chicago sisters. After that, I'm speaking for Bottomless Closet on May 4th. That will be for their graduates. May 18th, I am speaking in Wisconsin, Milwaukee, for Young Guns, the Power of Persuasion event in Milwaukee. Oh yeah, we're gonna be there, y'all. On May 19th, I'm speaking at Julia Pimsleur's Go Big Summit. The keynote is Sally. I always say her name wrong, but she's over Elevate. I think it's you know what? Let me get the right name because I never want to say a woman's name. So I'm gonna go to the Go Big Summit. Y'all give me just a moment because I always want to say, yep, okay. Go Big Summit. So okay. Okay, that's the wrong one. Go Big Summit. Julia Pimsleur. Give me 1 second, y'all. You know I like to come correct. You know I like to come correct. But it's Julia Pimslore's event, and I want here it is. Here it is. Here it is. The Go Big Summit, $1 Million Women. Here we go. So yes, so it's on May 19th in New York City, calling all female founders. The keynote will be, make sure I get her. I have to say her. Wait. Am I looking at the wait? Let me go to the 2023. I don't know what it 2023. Yep. www.millionwomen.com. Go Big Summit 2023. The keynote is Sally Krawcheck, CEO of Elvest. She is the keynote. CEO and co-founder of Elevest, a women's focused investment platform she launched in 2016. By March of 2021, she has guided Elevest to $1 billion in assets under management. Oh, she's dope. Right under her, Precious L. Williams, speaker, 13-time national pitch champion, Shark Tank, and all other kind of stuff. And what I'm going to be talking about is Rainmaker. So if you really want the tea, come on out to that. Julia Pimslore, she is the CEO of $1 Million Women. She is the host. And so that will be in New York City. You can go get your tickets. And if you all need these links, just type in the chat. You need all the links. If you need the link for New York, you need the link for when I'm at Young Guns in Milwaukee. You need the link for what I'm doing with eWomen Network Central Hartford chapter next week on April 19th. You want the link for Bottomless Closet. You want so in June, I am speaking in Canada. So you all, please let me know. I just appreciate you all showing me mad love. I'm so appreciated. My website is www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. I would love for you all to check that out. But overall, I want to take this opportunity to say there are people who watch my ascent, my descent into my ascent. And I know it looks easy and it looks like everything was perfect. I don't want you to ever get that twisted. It was not a perfect story. The only thing perfect about me are my pitches. But the truth of the matter is, once I understood my purpose and what God's assignment was for my life, that was a game changer. It wasn't about flossing to these people who will never be clients. It wasn't about just saying things that made no sense. It was truly having that second chance and understanding that no one can beat me over the head with my own tea. No one can tell me, oh, wasn't that you? Yeah, it was. Now what? I can't be hurt by my own tea. I own it. I own it. I own what I did. Yes, I own it. I also own coming back with integrity. I also own that I've written books. I also own that it was me that is in these spaces, in these top corporations, companies, foundations, and nonprofits. Don't think they didn't do a background on me. Please believe they did. Please believe my track record had to reflect excellence. Please believe this is not a snow job. This is not fake fraud and fugazi. To get to this level, I laughed because I was like, if I knew it was going to take all of this, would I have done it? Heck yes, I would have, all over again. Because I want y'all to know they can throw tea and dirt on your name, own it, and show that times have changed and so have you. Okay? So let me see what y'all saying in the comments. Let me see what my peeps is saying. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me see what y'all say. Hold on. Let me just see. Okay, Michelle. Thank you. No, Peggy, you know, women and men have been saying that to me. I need you to narrate your books on Audible. I need to hear it in your voice. See, that's what I'm talking about. You know what? The reason why I had avoided Audible for so long is because I was like, okay, I guess I got to pay somebody to do it. I said, because I was like, there's no way. And then women and men would stop me and say, so when is it going to be on Audible? I want to hear you when I'm going on a road trip. And I was like, you want to hear my voice? And I'm like, yes, when I'm reading it, is your voice. They said, but I want you to go ham on it. I want you to thug it out. I need to hear you because you give me this, you just give it to me and I feel you. So again, Peggy, what you're saying is get yourself together, Precious, because we want all 5 books narrated. Thank you, Queen. Michelle, please send me a message to become a part of your network, the purpose to promote change. I love that, Michelle. You see, Michelle said, I'm asking big. I don't care what y'all talking about. I will be connecting with you, Queen Precious, to become my coach at least once a month. This is my heart. I thank you. I'm not here to force you out to become clients or anything, I promise. I needed this. Melanie says, I need the links, please. Thank you. And Melody, oh, and for all of y'all, you can send me a DM message too, right? Just send me a DM message. If if you say I want all links, book links, I want where you're speaking at, those links, just do a DM because after this I have to run and do something. But so if y'all are watching me right now, or if you come later, hashtag replay, DM me and tell me you came to you saw this on the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show or my LinkedIn live show, and I'll make sure you have everything you need. Okay. Thank you, Melanie. Farrah. Y'all know my girl Farrah. Y'all don't know about this badass nurse. Y'all don't know how she be teaching these nurses how to become the bosses of what they're doing and not to give in to the practices that don't serve them. So when I tell you, you need to check her out. And her website just went live on April 7th. Did I get it right, Queen? Did I get it right? Farrah. What's up, precious Killer Fish Master? What's up, Queen? See, I pay attention to what people are doing. I pay attention like a classroom. Melly, your energy is infectious. Thank you so much, Queen. Darlene, love this. Darlene, I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you for showing up and showing out. I'm not sure how much you got to see, but we were talking about Renaissance and how I went from being an attorney to the Killer Pitchmaster, aka the Pitch Queen, to the ultimate Rainmaker, and the mistakes along the way, but why, writing this book shows you how it all came full circle, right? And I want women, especially, to become rainmakers, not just getting sales, not just getting customers, but I really want you all to see yourself as the only choice that matters. And so this book is a comprehensive step-by-step guide and workbook for you to work your way through this, to be strategic about how you're moving, to know which type of events you need to be at. And here's a news flash. It doesn't need to be your own industry events. If you really want to cultivate being an influencer and being the one that people come to, you'll find out by going to certain events outside of your industry, push you on the map to be seen by other industries in a different light. And sometimes when you're outside of your own industry, your industry looks at you different because they're like, oh, whoa, 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 oh, oh, shit, we need to get it now. I had a queen who recently emailed me. She said, Precious, I need to become your client because by the time, if I wait long enough, working with you is going to be like trying to get a medical school degree, that the tuition going to be rough. And I said, I hollered. I said, I know you didn't say that. She said, yeah. I ain't trying to pay a medical school degree to have time with you. I need to get you now. Like, if that's not a compliment and we're not in the same field, just so y'all know. So if you want to get my book, you all please go to Amazon.com and type in Precious Williams, Rainmaker 101 from day one. It debuts this Tuesday, but it's already number one on Amazon. It's been there for days. So thank you, Darlene, for being here. Good afternoon. Hold on. Wait on. Willa, you're amazing, Queen. The sky's the limit. Enjoy the ride. Thank you, Willa. I can't see a picture of you, but thank you so much for showing up today. Thank you so much for saying those words. And it's funny, when I was 18, I won the Sky's the Limit scholarship in St. Louis, Missouri, with the Matthew Dickey's Boys and Girls Club. And I remember Barbara Washington and Mr. Martin Matthews. When I won that scholarship, they said they saw so many big things for me. And then years later, I had the pleasure of being the keynote at the Sky's the Limit scholarship. And I got to speak before the governor of Missouri, which is different from the first governor of Missouri I spoke for. And when the event was over and I was walking, his name was Governor Bob Holden, and he was walking towards me, and I could see everybody moving away. And I didn't know what he looked like because, I've been away from St. Louis. He said that was one of the finest speeches I've ever heard in my life. I'm Governor Bob Holden. My aunt, my uncle who's deceased, all these people were sitting there, and I'm just like, so that's why the sky's the limit means so much to me. Thank you. Melody, right? Your voice. I love it, Queen. Wait, hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you. Melanie. Yes. Your heart, my heart. Yes. Farah! Precious is the real deal, y'all. And you all, thank you so much for saying that, Farah. You know, I'm on a show on Fox Business called America's Real Deal. So I appreciate that. I so appreciate that. Let's see. Farah. Yes, ma'am. April 7th. NurseFarah.com. Y'all check it out, y'all. Because I know y'all got some people who are nurses, aspiring nurses, caretakers, caregivers. You need to check out what Farah is doing for nurses. You need to check it out. You need to check out what she's teaching, what she's training you on. I'm telling you, you need those who go against the grain to show you that there are more opportunities out there for you than you will ever know. Right, Nurse Farah? Farah, thank you for the shout out. Always, I want to shout out all y'all. Darlene was reading about doubting Thomas this Sunday. You believe, girl. Go ahead. Go ahead, Darlene. Farah, LOL. Yes, all her books are awesome. Thank you, Farah. Michelle, you know, Queen, I have a revelation. My slogan is I'm here to promote a purpose for change. You better. I'm here to promote a purpose for change. Yes. It's like mine, Michelle, when I wrote The Pitch Queen, A Woman's Journey from Poverty to Purpose and Profits. They love it. They love those P's. Melody, yes, Governor Holden. Yeah, Bob Holden. That man was not a game. I so appreciate him. Gertrude, I'm coming out of my shell protection. No longer feeling ashamed about my journey. Baby, you better not. Girl, shots fired. Baby. And it's funny, as you start to become even more successful, you have people who will come out and be like, well, I knew you way back when, and I knew you too. Well, Precious, you did this and that. I did. I did. I didn't know who I was, and I was tore up from the floor up. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and spill my tea. It's probably already written in some of my books. So go ahead and do that. I'm not ashamed. And I will never let that shame stand in my way. Like, I have a queen friend of mine. She wrote a book on shame and guilt. Y'all, I will bring her book to the next thing we talk about. But she's been talking for years about how we're allowing shame and guilt and making mistakes and stuff hold you from really standing out there. So yesterday when I was at the Abois Ruth Whitehead Whaley Scholarship Brunch, there was a queen politician there, and she's on a hunger strike because she's working on bail reform. She's a, the state senate in New York, and she says some of y'all have been asked to run for office and you won't because you're afraid and stuff like that. And I sat there and I was like, people have asked me, but I was always like, my background is not squeaky clean. Like, I didn't made heck of a mistake. But her thing was, who hasn't? Now, some may be buried more than others. But what she was really saying is, if life has taught you anything, is that you don't stay where you are forever unless you allow that to. And who you used to be 20 years ago is often not who we are today. Life on me. And so when I tell y'all, they're going to spill your tea, I'm going to own it. Because who I was yesterday is not who I am today. And so that's why it was important for me to be around my sorors, my classmates, my friends. Because even when it was dark and hell was hot, they rocked with me. Shout out to Spelman College. Shout out to Rutgers School of Law, Newark. Shout out to Babson B. Wells. Shout out to the attorneys who still F's with me. Come on now. Michelle, yes, ma'am. That's what I'm talking about. Michelle, I'm going to tweak my story. I want to be trained on how to get paid, what to ask for. I love to talk, listen, and sing. I really need your help. I'm here, Queen. Melody, you are not your best. Come on now. Farah, yes, grow and keep it moving. Yes, y'all. So again, everyone, I truly thank you all for showing up for me. I have taken a full hour, and I'll be always saying, no, I ain't gonna do them like that. I ain't gonna do them like that. But again, this is the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show. The big news is my 5th book, Rainmaker 101 from Day One, is available as of Tuesday, but it is available in pre-sales on Amazon. It comes out April 18th. 2023, my fifth book in 5 years. And when I tell y'all, I want you to be rainmakers from day one. I want you to know how to package, position, and pitch yourself. What? Only choice that matters. And I really want to give a special shout out to Ernst and Young for this wonderful opportunity that will lead so much further. I want to thank all the people that I was ashamed to show my face to, that I'm no longer ashamed to do that. I want you to see me, and that growth is possible and growth is real. And that is why writing Rainmaking, we can't allow shame and guilt to hold us back from the destiny that God has placed before us. So when I tell you everything will work, everything can work out to your good. I didn't believe that when I was homeless. But I remember in the Bowery Mission, there were certain quotes, and it said, God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. And I'm called to this. And in my darkest hour is where the purpose was found. The purpose, like I know why I was born. I know. And I want you to know. So no matter what profession you're in your sales, you're an attorney, this book will change your life. So I thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being here for our episode on Renaissance, going from attorney to the pitch queen to the ultimate rainmaker. Please consider getting my book on Amazon. Also, if you are an attorney, you're with a firm, public interest, please consider getting it for the team. Please consider getting for your women lawyers, for your associates of color. Please consider that if you're in a sales organization, financial advisors, insurance, please consider getting the book. I think it will it will transform how you see your profession and how you see what you can do within your profession. I thank you all so much. Again, my book's called Rainmaking 101 from Day One. You can purchase it on Amazon in ebook form or paperback. It's available now. And so when it debuts on April 18, 2023, I'm going to act the fool, and I want you to act the fool with me. Please reach out to me and DM me if you want all the links of where I'm speaking. And please DM me if you want more information on getting my books into your companies and corporations, foundations, and nonprofits, law firms, law schools, and business schools. I'm available to have that conversation. So thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Nothing is impossible or out of reach. Thank you for giving me your Sunday. This is #Soul Sunday. Thank you all for coming back to another exciting edition of the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show. And just as I was finishing, I see 6 comments. So I address every comment. Wait, hold on. Okay. I address every comment while I'm here. Congratulations. Thank you, Farah. I love you. Darling, this is the story of Thomas. It ain't over. Baby, the fat lady ain't saying. God choked her out in the back, said, nah, it ain't over. Melanie Loving, 5 books in 5 years. You heard me. Thank you to Sharon Monet, Pen Legacy for life. That's my publishing family. Michelle, I celebrate with you, Queen. I'm purchasing your book now. Thank you so much. Michelle, I love you, Queen Precious. Thank you. Darlene, I'm going to Amazon. Thank you. And make sure I saw everybody's. Melanie, congratulations, Precious. Thank you all so much. Be sure to get your book or post it out to your network. And if you DM me, I can send you a picture and the links too if you want to promote it to your network. I'm extremely appreciative. I'm never afraid to make the big ask, but I do want to provide value. So y'all know y'all ain't trying to send fluff to you people. I love you all. It is your girl, Precious Williams, proud founder and CEO of Perfect Pitches by Precious, proud host of the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show. You've already heard the rest. Now you've seen the best. Precious Williams, the Killer Pitchmaster, a.k.a. the Pitch Queen, a.k.a. the Ultimate Rainmaker. You've been served.